it doesn't seem to be working yet. The lost cause. Nothing we can do.
YouTube might join us in a bit. Twitch is back.
There you go. YouTube just went live. Lovely. We've done it, everybody.
So what do you have in there, me? Well, these batteries won't charge until we put some solar panels or something on the roof.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do some aligning for those two. I currently have...
You can do that after you've done...
Yeah. I currently have... nothing in here. I need more battery power thingies.
I'll go and just get a charge before I get started on my next thing.
So if our jobs at the organization were actually some sort of show, what character archetypes would there be? I mean, I know our boss is going to be that grandmotherly type that's hiding this really vicious nature that we haven't seen yet, but she could probably tear you to shreds if she wanted to.
Oh, she could. Yeah, our boss is actually her trade, what she trained in, and what she was when she was first recruited to the company is...
She's got license to kill. She's
a litigator.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Somebody who takes people to court in order to sue them.
Right, what else do we have? We've got the comic relief guy, who's just very clumsy and wears styrofoam hats.
Yeah.
He's especially notorious for having technology-related antics. What else do we have? What are you?
I vary. It depends, because my working patterns are really weird. It's sometimes I work really, really, really hard and I'm the star performer and I pull everybody out the shit and everything. And then other times I'm completely lazy and I just shirk work all the time.
Terry sees me as
one of the IT crowd. He's like, is it Moss? The guy with the afro? Who takes his job really seriously.
But does it really clumsily? Ugh.
No, you do a good job.
Yeah. In the situation of a fire, I do a really good job. Dear sir or madam, fire. Sincerely, Mia.
Anything you particularly want me doing, Mia?
Can you check all of the batteries that are currently welded up that they are fully welded up to?
Okay.
I thought I just picked up a couple of... No, I didn't. What did I do? Oh, I put them into the cargo container. That's helpful.
Alright, what's that one down there need? Power cells.
I've got one that needs computers for some reason.
That top one there needs some steel plate. I'll get steel plates and computers. Mia starts fires? Not in the office. That would be a sackable offence. We have a no smoking policy.
Well, I wouldn't really smoke myself anyway.
Well, if you start fires, you cause smoke.
Fair point. The only instance where I can see myself starting a fire, probably intentionally, is when I'd want to smoke out some ham in the office.
Why would you want to smoke ham in the office?
Just to make a really nice tasting piece of ham. I thought it was kind of obvious. That is the term, right?
Yeah, smoked ham. I feel like death by welder is just waiting to happen here.
At the moment, I'm not in the welder, so nothing's happening.
Yeah, I can do death by welder even if you're not there, though.
Can you still do death by welder if the welder's not there?
No. Okay, right, yes, all of the batteries are correctly welded up.
Except for the one that's missing...
Oh, some power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just manually drop them in.
I'll place down the center reactors.
Yeah. Okay. But can you align them too, please?
I was going to align them the way that I had them and ignore what we were talking about last night.
You're going to ignore it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
it's already the wrong way around.
we would have to take out the cargo container, the cargo containers out the floor, wouldn't we?
No, we wouldn't.
We were going to put a sorter in instead.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, do we want to do that, or...?
Yes, let's do that. Hold on, let me rearrange some things.
Okay.
Do we have a cargo container somewhere around here where I could dump my steel plates into? I guess that's a no. Hold on, I'll just dump them in here real quick.
Bernie says, no, Mia gives the order to fire, preferably at will.
Will has done nothing wrong in this. Do we have somebody called Will in the office?
Probably.
Right. How to do this?
You put a sorter on top of it.
Yeah, I know. I just thinking how to arrange it so we can still get stuff.
Put a cargo container in the center and pipe it.
Yeah, only problem is...
I can't because the underneath there is the... That's where the thrusters live. Anything that you put there can get burnt. Fly through the hole before you try putting anything in there, man. Just have a look.
Yeah, I'm aware. Then again, I don't think if we use a conveyor block that this would get burned.
But then we'd have a conveyor block on the outside, and it'd look weird.
It'd look industrial.
Don't like it.
Fair point.
I think we can do something different.
We probably can. Hold on, I have a different idea.
Mia, stay out of the hole. Tell you what, while you potter around in there, I'm going to go and inspect my office.
Oh yeah, you do that. The camera is on you.
It's in here somewhere.
You're upside down, by the way.
Yeah, I've got to find the door first. Has Boris put... Ah. Thankfully, I don't have the same kind of problems with doors as Boris does. I'm pretty sure my office is down, actually. Haha! Yes, my office. Oh, except Boris is inside my cryo chamber.
I
That's
think
right.
that is Boris's cryo chamber, actually.
So yeah, this is my office. These are my couches. It's a bit noisy. It sounds like the inside of a plane, but it only sounds like the inside of a plane when I sit on the couch. The station needs some signs saying this way in. Bernie says, I see Boris is using the DLC. Yeah, I actually gifted Boris the DLC and said, here, put some couches in my office. So it's quite a fancy office for what I expected from Boris. I have a bed. It's a bit bright in here. But that's okay, because I actually sleep really well when the lights are on. I have a nice view out of the window. Although the window's a bit mucky down the corner there. Plants. I have a kitchen. Somewhere I've got a button that turns the lights off. Is that the button? No, that's a bin of some description, isn't it? Bernie says, didn't I gift you the DLC? Yeah, you gifted it to me. And then I gifted one to Boris. Yeah, this is Apple's office. It doesn't have a door on it. It's just a toilet. So I have an ensuite Apple office, which is here. So if I sit on Apple's throne, this is the view. Ah, I think that's the button. There we go. Lights are out. Oh yeah, but my lights are on. So this is how it looks when the lights are off. And then if I sit in my bed. Yes, I'm very impressed. Yeah, Mom says, I have a bed. It's the Nidd's idea of fancy. It's fancy. I've got a fancy office. It's got a bed.
Sal would probably love a bed in her office.
I would love a bed in my real office, yeah. Bernie says, moody. I like it. I like it too. I'm impressed. Return the lights back on. O2 generator, all mod cons, so we got like air conditioning. Sinks and ovens and things for when I have people around to cook for me. Microwave for when I need to cook for myself. Yeah. All right. More plants on the way up. Make it look a bit homely. Table so that we can sit around and discuss the script for the next extraordinary story.
We don't discuss the script in advance. We're all being surprised by it.
Yeah, I like that. I keep you all in suspense. That's where I sit and tell you, give you all teasers. Okay. How are we doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Still figuring things out. Don't worry, we'll get there.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here. Demand a bed in your real office, or a chaise lounge at least. Oh, I've got better than that though, because now that we've gone for a flexible working, I can just take my computer home and work from my real bed.
Work in heavy quotation marks.
Well, sometimes I do. Like today, it got to 4 o'clock and I'd been in the office for about 2 hours and I thought, it's 4 o'clock on a Friday. I'm out of coffee. I can either go and get myself another coffee or I could go home. But I need to be around until about 6 o'clock because there's some work that I need to do. And I thought, yeah, or I could go home and pick up cake on the way. And so I went home.
And got cake.
And got cake. And brought my laptop with me. And then did the work that I needed to do when I got home. I'll weld up this door. Construction components and small steel tubes. Um, 4 o'clock on Friday was the time to head to the pub in the old days. Yeah, but I mean, when I get into the office on time, getting in on time is 10 a.m. So my sort of ordinary working hours are 10 till 6. But that's not necessarily 10 till 6 in the office. And it's not necessarily 10 till 6 every day. I think I only needed a few. Can't remember. Let's take a few just in case. Some small steel tubes. I know I needed displays. can't remember how many. And then I think I needed bulletproof glass as well. That's a long time, Sal. 10 till 6? Way too long. Well, you've also got lunchtime in there as well. There we go. Does anything need welding up here?
Yes.
All the things?
Pretty much, yes, all of the things.
Because I might have some stuff on me. Right, they all needed interior plate. 10 till 6? Where do I sign up? Like I say, we have flexible working, so that means that I work out with my team who's going to work what hours to make sure that we've got the people in at the times that we need them. Which means that Mia does all the work and I don't do any. No, that's not true. Terry says, Fridays was always a 2-hour lunch break down the pub. Everything done on Fridays was always redone on Mondays. That's something that we're really strict about. There's absolutely no drinking in the office or during work hours. So if you have a 2-hour lunch in the pub, then you can't go back to work afterwards. But because it's flexible working, you can choose to have a boozy lunch. It's just that you can't go back to work afterwards. Right, let's get some construction components. And some steel plate. Didn't apply back in the 70s and 80s in BT. BT's officers always had a pub within an easy walk. Bernie says, tut tut tut, Mia. And Terry says, or stagger. Yeah, it's like that. The office that I said was like a Dilbert cartoon. That was like that. Tammy says, I don't drink, but there were some places I worked at that made me wish I were 3 sheets to the wind. Bernie says, cutting it close there.
Nah, this is all calculated.
Construction components and small steel tubes. I'm still not sure about these grids, Mayor. I don't know, maybe it's because I sometimes wear heels, and when I'm walking on a grid like this, I'm thinking, yeah, I'd get my heels stuck down there. Maybe I have a different relationship to grids compared to you. What was I getting? Construction components and small steel tubes. He was seeing red flashes already. That wasn't calculated.
It was calculated. I survived.
Construction components. How many can I carry? Ah, plenty. I can see where Sal's coming from. I'd get my foot stuck in those grids. Yeah. I hope Mia's new shoes are heels. Mia has Mia's new shoes clack when he walks. You like that, don't you, Mia?
It's true.
What do we need there? Just computers. Metal grids, motors and computers. And just computers. Okay.
Terry hates noisy shoes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Computers. So we needed some metal grids. Wasn't many. Some motors. Wasn't many of those either. And lots of computers. Let's just load up on grids in case it was more grids than that. Let's put more motors in. That'll do. Now, let's get some power. I hate noisy shoes, the rubber soles. Could be worse, the shoes could squeak. Does Mia have any wellies? Tammy says, wellies? Oh, in Louisiana they call them Cajun Reeboks. I don't know what they're called in the rest of the states. Wellington boots. Gum boots, maybe? Somewhere calls them gum boots, but I'm not sure where.
Gummistiefel. Gum boots.
Like
rubber boots.
Yeah. But they're actually made out of plastic these days. They're boots that are waterproof. You know what I mean, Mia?
I do know.
Yeah. Come on, let me out. Let me out. Now what's happened to the... Have things moved again? Because...
They shouldn't have.
Because now I can't actually get out of here anymore. Galoshes! Yeah! And Bum says... What the fuck? Yanks don't call them wellies? You can't call Tammy a Yank. She's from the wrong part of the country. It's Yankees, Yanks or Yankees are only from the north. And Tammy's currently living in Texas, I think. Yeah, Yanks are from the Northeast. Are you sure about Smith?
What do you mean?
All of that exposed on the outside with no protection to it, no armor. I suppose it's the underside, isn't it?
If I'm meddling too much with the design, I should go back to how it was before. I can do that.
No, it's alright. This'll work. What do I need? Construction components. Don't have anything to... Right, let's get a load of construction components. I loved my wellies as a kid, but the puddles were always deeper than my wellies. I never really liked wellies. They never seemed to fit my feet properly. And I don't know, they always seem to be too big. I guess I always ended up with wellies that were the wrong size for me. But maybe that's because, I don't know, when you buy wellies, do you... I'm not sure that I ever bought wellies by trying them on. Or either that or you always bought wellies that were a size too big because the idea was you were going to wear thick socks with them. And somehow that just never worked. Okay, so interior plates and small steel tubes. I thought Yanks in the South were called carpetbaggers. I don't remember that. No, carpetbaggers were Yanks who came to the South after the Civil War to scam the plantation owners. Per se, I remember carpetbaggers being a phrase, but I can't remember what it was, but that was what it is. Okay. Exactly, Tammy, and that tradition continues. That's what they call the politicians these days. We don't call politicians carpetbaggers. We call politicians a lot of things, but not carpetbaggers. I suppose carpetbaggers is a very specific term. What did I say I needed? Oh, it was interior plates. Probably just a bunch. probably more than I can carry. So let's go put
The gravity did shift in here.
I thought it did.
But I didn't move the ship myself. So I'm not entirely sure what moved it. Spooky ghosts.
Indeed. Is the ship in the gravity well, or has Boris set up his gravity generators with the time to change them? Yeah, out of interior plate. Alright, so they all need steel tubes now, along with that. And something needed construction components in there. Do you want to get placing the solar panels on the top, Mia?
Oh yeah, of course.
So then I can be welding those up.
Just need to grab some steel plates.
I think it might have all... Oh no. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. All the outside of the floor's done.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much. Where did the solar panels go? There. That is a functional block, so yellow, I assume?
What you making? Solar panels? Yeah.
Solar panels.
Yeah. Instrumentation and control is yellow. Materials handling is white and structural is red. Hey, Spotty Cow! Can Mia get the welding ship in still to weld up the reactors? Yeah, you might want to do the middle reactors first, Mia, with the welding ship, and then place down the outside ones. So, Spotty Cow, how are the driving lessons going? Which license are you up to now? And have a look at our train of thought, which I keep losing. Oops. It's coming on quite nice. Let's just get rid of some of that. Look at that. I'm quite impressed. Right, what am I welding next? I did the floor. Oh, shall I come weld up the solar panels?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
Not feeling the placement.
Is there anything left down here?
Although, do feel free to weld up the side solar panels.
Okie dokie. What do I have on me? Yeah, we need some of this. Is that all one? Yeah. Spotted Cow says, well, I haven't been on the road yet. I'm working on Class CE and D. Final driving test is for Class D on the 12th of June and the 19th of June for Class CE. For non-Europeans, that's in June. Yeah. Oh, best of luck. Sounds like... Oh, you haven't been off the road. Sounds like you're doing well.
Here's a thing that I've had on my mind for a while now.
Yeah.
A friend of mine is currently working as a waitress in a local restaurant. However, she pointed out that for some bizarre reason, her manager is collecting all of the tips every single waiter and waitress receives, puts them all in a jar, and then hands that out to every waiter in equal measure, a somewhat communist-style system. However, the weird thing about it is that it would appear that he also takes a chunk of it himself. Is this normal? Is this legal? Is this frowned upon in this country? Do people even tip? Because according to my noodle friend, people don't tip in this country.
I tip. I always tip.
Well, you never go to the noodle place.
Not when I'm taking away. I tip if I'm eating in.
Fair point.
There's been a lot of antagonistic legal cases recently, and
Against managers or against waiters?
against managers, and I can't remember what the current law says. But whatever the current law says, the fact that she is a temporary worker means that she has no recourse. Because even if she was to take him to a small claims court and they were to say, sure, you're right, here you go, have some extra money, you're fired.
Yay.
So it depends on how much she likes her job.
Not a whole lot.
In which case, there is a shortage of waiting staff in Manchester. Go find another job with someone that doesn't do it. Would be my advice. Right. What do I need? Computers, solar cells, bulletproof glass. Ooh, I think we might need to make some more of those. How many... Well... Oh, yeah. No. None of those. None of those. None of those. None of those. That looks like an awful lot. What I actually meant was... Oh, yeah, you can make those. Components. I meant those. And I meant to say... Make 1,000 of them. Mia has female friends? That's immoral, Mia. But I think it's legal. Also, that boss needs to go F himself, in my opinion.
He generally seems to be a bit of a rude person. He apparently tries to avoid hiring female staff because he believes they're all incompetent, but labor protection laws force him to have at least some token number of them. Add that to the fact that he has such a staff turnover, he really has no choice in who he gets to keep, but all the women, at least according to my friend, are being treated fairly poorly there.
Yeah, so why not go work somewhere else?
Because the restaurant she's working at is like virtually right next to where she lives. She's a bit lazy. Understandably so. But yeah, she's probably already looking for something else. The spotted cow never tips. The salary is in the food price in Norway. That's why it's so damn expensive to eat out there. A Big Mac menu is 100 Nordic crowns, which is about 11 US dollars and 50 cents, or £8 80p. £8.80. There you go. Words.
What else are I going to pick up here? I've just forgotten. I think the law might have said something like... Oh, bulletproof glass. Might have said something like the tip is not allowed to form part of minimum wage. Yeah, I generally tip 15% for average service, 10% for somebody who's given me not good service but has tried. You know, someone who's maybe a bit new on the job or something. They've not done a good job, but they actually tried to. They just didn't achieve what they were trying. I'd give them 10%. And if I've really not liked the service, then I'll actually tip them a handful of silver or copper coins or something like that, as if to say, I'm tipping you a pittance. And I'm tipping you something so that you know I'm a tipper. And I'm choosing not to tip you. It was a friend who worked in the service industry who said that there was nothing worse than getting a miserly tip off somebody, because that was such a message. Because if somebody doesn't leave you a tip, you just think that they're not a tipper. But if they leave you something and it's a pittance, then you presume it's because they've been really unhappy with the service. And so ever since, I've made it a point that if I'm really unhappy with the service, I make it clear that I do tip, but I'm not tipping them. It's very rare I've done that, because usually
there isn't a whole lot you can do wrong if you're trying properly.
Yeah, usually you feel like people are trying. They might not be achieving, but they're usually trying.
Well, I don't have a system when it comes to tipping. This is entirely based on what's currently on my mind and how I feel about things. So if a flower is off in the distance, no tip for you, sir.
If I get really good service, then I'll tip 20%.
Terry says that some places also share the tips with the kitchen staff, even though they are paid salary or a living wage, however you define living.
There is actually a legal definition for living wage. It's a particular amount. Right, did I actually finish those? No, that's why I picked up bulletproof glass. What do I need for that one? Computers. I'm sure the ship's moving, you know?
I've got the feeling too, and it's making me only slightly nervous.
I mean, it's now... Our ship is now actually resting on Elman's ship.
It wasn't beforehand. I didn't park it like this.
I know it wasn't touching before. Okay, those three are done. Solar cells.
Tammy says that it does sound like that manager's stealing tips from the servers. Does he steal the tips from just the female servers and not the male servers? Because if he does, that is clearly discrimination. Oh no, he takes from all of them equally, I guess. At least that's what I was led to believe. Tammy worked as a car hop at one point. She had to serve food to the people in their cars. The best tippers were the ones who drove the cars that were kept together with duct tape and prayer rather than the ones driving the luxury cars.
Yeah, I used to work as a pizza delivery driver when I was at university. And I've always made it a point to give a good tip to anyone who's delivering food to me, because I know how much of a difference it made to my day if somebody gave me a really good tip.
I used to work as a people delivery driver.
Energy critical.
They were afraid. I mean, you fall asleep at the wheel once and suddenly you're the bad guy and people are worried about getting into your car, but since they're, working minimum wage and don't get another job if they don't go to this place according to the Ministry of Employment, they have to get into my horror car. And that's what you get for hiring bloody students that are overtired to do this sort of thing.
And why were you overtired, me?
Because I'm a student and I was driving the night shift. I was tired by design.
But it wasn't really because of your lessons, was it?
No, it was because I was assigned to drive the night shift, as in the middle of the night. I seem to be falling into that pattern quite often. Because later I became a bakery delivery driver who also got the night shift. Ooh, fun
I seem
stuff.
to remember you sitting up talking to people all night.
Well, I needed to train myself to stay awake, so I could do the thing. It's no longer a ministry, it's an agency now. Oh, right. I like it when it's called ministry. It sounds more posh. Also, you can weld up the roof now if you want to.
Okay.
What was I looking for, actually? Probably steel tubes. It's always steel tubes. And metal grids.
That one's done. That one's done. Girders. Yeah. The particular female friend that Mia's talking about, who I've met and chatted with, and she's a really nice girl. But she's one of those people who is motivated by all the wrong things in life. And as a result, tends to find people who are motivated by all the wrong things in life and kind of ends up being a bit of a victim more times than she really should be. Not that anyone should ever be a victim, but she kind of walks into a lot of these things. Like being motivated to take a really crappy job just because it's right next to where you live. I mean, I chose to live right next to where I work, so whilst I appreciate that, it's yeah, some people make a career of being a victim. She's not one of those, but I know what you mean. She's just, I don't know how to describe it. I say sloppy with her decision making. Did I finish all of them down here? I thought there was one that needed something. And yes, it's time.
Aw, already? I'm not done yet.
Are we going to make another episode?
I don't
See
know.
if we get finished.
Probably not, given the fact that I'll have to wait for about 12,000 reactor components to finish producing themselves. Which might take a while.
Oh, got girders.
Just a teensy tiny bit.
I was making a lot of solar panels as well. Oh, solar panels have all made though. I would like to get at least a solar panel welded up on the roof so that it'll charge while we're offline. Are you running around with solar panels, Smith?
No, I'm running around with the tiny stuff. But I'll fetch a few.
No, it's okay. I've got girders in my inventory.
Right, I'll go grab solar panels then. Where did all the solar panels go?
I'll get construction components. Oh, energy critical.
It's all calculated, Sal. All calculated.
No.
Well, you're not calculating it properly.
All right. I'll tell you what. If we keep going just till we weld up the solar panels,
Yes.
and then we'll call it a night and leave the other stuff to make overnight.
Do we need to cycle episodes for this?
No, we shouldn't be long, should we? And just welding these things up because we've got everything we need.
I hope so.
Right, I was going to do construction components. So. I bought my flat within walking distance of my office. Then BT moved my office halfway across London. Oh.
Energy low.
Ah, those need solar cells, I see.
Yep. Yep, that's all. Just some solar cells on those. Have you got an inventory full of solar cells?
I had, now I ran out. So that's why the spotted cow is living in its truck.
That's why I'm going to live in my truck. Yeah. Finally, BT moved my office to Croydon. That's a crap place at the best of times and a 90-minute commute for me. Oh. Yeah.
I thought you were retired.
Well, no, this is before he retired.
Okay, so there's no point in lamenting it anymore now, right? We can be done with it now.
Okay. So shall we call this an episode? Now that we've got all of those built, they can be charging the batteries. Just need to move the ship away from all the things.
Energy critical.
Yeah, sure.
Terry says, I hold a grudge, May. I hold a grudge. Terry quotes us saying, this is an episode. Bernie says, come back tomorrow. You've missed streams to make up for. Yeah, we think we're going to be on tomorrow afternoon at some point. Not entirely sure of the time. I don't yet know if we're going to be streaming or whether we'll be recording, though. We're going to be... Mia, don't crash it until I've had a chance to fly it as well. Where are you? Where have you taken the train?
I realised that, it works. We're getting full power to run all the things, and that's with just the solar panels and batteries on board.
Mia?
Sorry.
Oh, you're over there. Oh, God, you're coming this way. Hang on, let me take cover.
I also do appear to be smoking, just slightly. But that's a feature. I'll have to implement that somehow reliably at the front so we actually do get a smokestack. Woohoo!
You didn't leave the welding ship inside, did you?
What welding ship? There never was one.
Is that a yes or a no?
It was a no, I didn't leave it inside.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's causing the smoke, but it doesn't seem to be damaging anything, so no, nothing bad's happening.
Moon gravity is a bitch, indeed.
That's not. It's
Bernie
fine.
says, was going to say, smoker's good only when it comes out the front top, not the rear side. Yeah.
I like the smoke feature. I have no idea what's causing it, but I have to keep it.
Is that where you're going to park it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost.
By yes, you mean almost.
What is causing this? Would you mind trying to identify what...
Only if you stay still. Are you going to stay still?
I'm staying still, but you have to hurry.
Well, all I need to do is find out either which block is damaged.
It won't be damaged.
Or whether there's... It might be your thrusters. Have we got thrusters that are fighting each other?
Shouldn't be, but let me back up slightly to see if I can reproduce the thing. There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
Is the block damaged?
No, it's the smoke that the thruster makes.
Oh!
But the thruster makes smoke. Here.
Of course!
So when we're going forwards,
Oh.
the smoke will be coming out the bottom.
Oops.
Because it will be the smoke from those thrusters which will be blowing here. So it shouldn't be damaging them, but because you get 5 blocks of flame, and then if they're in proximity to another block, you get smoke. So yeah, we should be getting smoke out the bottom.
I have to reproduce that now.
I don't think you need to. I think that's a feature now.
Yeah, but not on this corner. I have to reproduce it at the front. Which might take a while.
And steam trains used to have smoke coming out the bottom of the carriages because they used to use steam as part of the braking system. So they'd have steam-powered brakes as well. So any carriage that had brakes on it would have steam coming out the wheels. So you didn't used to just get steam out the... Like, you'd have the chimney at the front from the boiler. Or the back or the middle or wherever they put the... Depending on the design where they put it. But you would also get steam from the wheels. Don't know if you knew that.
I just want to try one teensy tiny thing. Ion thruster. Just need one. Would you mind helping me weld this thing up at the bottom here?
Sure, I was just going to come and have a look and see if, like, how our batteries are doing.
Oh, they'll need a while. Can you tell me what I need for an ion thruster, please?
Thruster components?
I mean, in numbers. Never mind, I'll look it up myself. 40 construction components, 80 thruster components. Oh, hold on, I need more. Oh, 60. And 8 large steel tubes. I can only fit 6. Damn it.
What's that sign about me?
It tells you that if you walk in through that door, there's no floor.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm quite happy with what we've got going on here. And if those batteries are going to be charged in 8 hours, then when we come back online, we'll have a fully charged ship. Nice.
Right, so testing the theory now. Would you mind moving yourself as the camera down underneath the train? And also turning off your HUD. Pressing tab.
Okay, do you want me to look at any particular point?
The connection bit in the middle there was where I was hoping we would get an effect. But it would appear it's not happening here. The question is why? What if I set it back just one further?
Don't know, but let's...
I'm full. I'm full. Can you grab the rest of that iron thruster, please?
I'm full.
Ah, you're full too.
And I'm low on power.
Ugh.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're within damage. If you move that one more block, that's going to damage.
Well, not forward, backwards.
Oh, you're moving it away.
Yeah.
Moving it to here.
Oop, wrong end of the train.
Yeah.
Ow. It bumped me head.
Just need large steel tubes.
I'm aware. Just fetching those.
Brakes and heating. Suggests or asks the spotted cow.
Alright, let's see if
maybe.
that did it.
Nope.
Yeah, I noticed. Hold on, one more time.
I need to go get my cryo chamber.
I'm aware. Nothing. It seems to only happen with braking thrusts.
Okay, I'm gonna
Aha!
get what?
Aha! Of course.
What?
Well, no, that's silly.
I need to go get in my cryo chamber now, Mia. Can you just stop moving the ship?
Yeah.
while I go?
I think I realize what's happening. For some bizarre reason, the passenger car is fighting the main train.
Okay.
As in, it's inertia dampening
Yeah.
itself. Okay, fine. I'll figure something out. Thank you for watching so far. If you'd like
Yeah.
to see more blah 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 tomorrow.
Do we think that Boris will try driving the train of thought while we're away?
Unlikely.
Maybe. Have we said goodbye to the viewers?
I don't know. Should we say goodbye to the viewers, or do we just awkwardly back out?
I don't know, because you're in charge of the off button and you don't always tell me whether we've gone live
That's
or
fair.